Well, good morning, students. It is Tuesday, it's April the 7th. We're going to go ahead and check your 14.1 daily task assessment results and the homework practice pages before you take your Think Central online quiz. So again, make sure you review the pages before you take the quiz, and you should be successful. Let's take a look at number 7 on your daily task assessment. Let's review what we were doing here. We were using models, number lines, or equations to help you solve addition problems. And again, we're reviewing these so that you can be better prepared if they ask you a question where you have to identify a number line equation on the number line, or a strip diagram, or just your traditional mathematical equations. So when we take a look at this question here, there's going to be different models that were used by several of you. Okay, what I'm going to try to explain is which ones you could have used, and hopefully you used one of those to get the correct answer. The first one you could use, well, let's read the question. The Juice Hut sold 27 blueberry straw smoothies on Monday, 25 blueberry smoothies on Tuesday. How many blueberries were sold in Monday and Tuesday? Again, you have to make sure that you're doing your test taking skills, underlining your questions. Okay, it's very important you do that at home on your own. I'm not there to review it as you're working on it. It is your responsibility to be doing it independently at home. So once you get your mathematical word problem worked out like this, you should use one of these tools to help you find get your answer, get the total sum. So traditionally, you could have your mathematical equation, the standard one. You could have created a strip diagram where you have these two, and then here would be your question, total number of smoothies sold. Or you could have also created through a number line, okay, where you count by tens and ones. So whichever method you used, you should have gotten an answer of 52. Okay. And the same thing with question number 8 and 9. Okay. 198 adults, 124 children visiting the museum. What is the total number of people visiting the museum? Same thing as we did right here. It could either be a strip diagram, a number line, or your traditional equation, the mathematical equation. Okay, so let's do the strip diagram, and it would be 124, 198. Okay, your answer here would be the total number of people visiting museums. That would be here. Okay, then you just add those, and you should have gotten 322. Okay, or you could have done the equation, mathematical equation that most of you are familiar with. Okay, here's a multi-step, so you know you're going to be making more than one mathematical process. Table, here's your table, shows the number of books third grade, fourth graders collected for a book drive. In which week did students collect the most books? So you have to figure out in which week did the students collect the most books. Okay, here's your third grade, here's your fourth grade. So they're asking you in which week did the students collect the most books, and it's showing you the books for third grade and fourth grade, the books they collected. So here's week 1, here's week 2, week 3, and week 4. So, and the good thing about this, oops, whoa, excuse me, is you already have your strip diagram right here. There's your strip diagram. Okay, you add those. get your sum, add those, get your sum, add those, get your total sum. And so this would have been 65. I'm sorry, 55. Week 2 would have been 59. Week 3 should have been 29.7. That's a 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 56. And this one would have been 858. Okay, so and if you go take a look at your numbers, and 59 would have been your answer, so week 2 should have been your answer here, week 2. That was easy. Let's take a look at your homework and practice. Oh, I'm sorry. On Monday, 46 boys and 38 girls bought lunch at school. How many students bought lunch? Again, which model did you use to solve this one? So you just add these two right here. You should have gotten 48. Okay. I mean, I'm sorry, 84. 84. Okay, let's look at your homework and practice. And again, we used a strip diagram here to get your answers here. And this is what we were looking for. Okay, so get the total number of tickets. Third grade class sells 127. Here it is. Fourth grade sells 134. How many tickets do the two sell together? This is the question you have to understand. How many do the two sell together? So create your, and you should have plugged in those numbers right there. The next one, you have to use this chart to answer these questions from 2 to 5. And it says which models did you use? So number lines, equations to represent and solve. So whichever ones you used, again, this is what your answer should have been here. 180. How many picture frames were sold at the craft fair? Okay. How many picture frames? So here are your picture frames. And the craft fair was 2 days, so you have to add those two. How many candles were sold? How many candles? Here's another one here. How many flower baskets and candles combined? So flower baskets and candles combined were sold on Sunday. So you just have to look at Sunday. Flower baskets is here and candles is here. Should add those two. That should have gotten your answers right there. If another 40 pencil holders were sold after the fair ended, how many pencil holders were sold in all? So you have to add 40 pencil holders. So you have to add these two. And then once you get the sum, you will have to add the 40. Because they're asking you to add 40 more. And your answer should have been 199. The next one, again, you're going to have different models to use. So hopefully you used something that's familiar to you. Okay, Beth reads 45 pages of a book in 1 week and 66 pages of the following week. How many pages does Beth read in all? Again, you add those two. Here's the next one. Museum has 165 oil paintings, 128 watercolor paintings. How many paintings does the museum have in all? Here's your in all, so you're adding these two right here. And the answer is 293. Here are your multi-steps. Okay. Pieta collects 89 bottles for recycling. Mink collects 68 bottles. What is the total number of bottles that the children collected? Again, you add those two. These are your multi-step right here. Mr. Stein's classroom has 135 fiction books and 98 non-fiction book. Mr. Walter's classroom has 29 fewer. So you get the sum of these and then subtract this one, because that's what they're asking you. How many does Mr. Walters have? And it's 204. Okay, so you get the sum here, and then you subtract 29 because he has 29 fewer than Mr. Stein's class. Again, analyzing the question. And the last one, here's your table. Number of people that attend the school fair. On which day did the most people attend the fair? On which day did the most people? Again, same thing we did. You have your strip diagram right here. Add those two, add those two, add these two, and your answer should have been Friday. On Friday, because 70 plus 85 is greater than any one of these numbers up here. Okay. Yes. And that is it for 14.1. Hopefully these were very easy for you to answer. I know we're getting very, very well versed in math with these multi-step problems and the word problems. So go ahead and pause this one. Go ahead and work out anything that you have questions with. Review the tape of the video if you have to. And good luck on your quiz this afternoon. You only have your quiz to do this afternoon, and then an IXL grammar activity. So that you only have 2 things to work on today. And hopefully you have less stress, less things to be worried about, and there's nothing for your parents to upload or send to me. So I'm hoping these new assignments are making your life a little bit easier at home. Let me welcome Group D. Good morning, Group D. It is Tuesday. Let's go ahead and review 17.2. I do have the answers right here for you to check. So if we take a look at this one here, we're doing perimeter, and if you remember carefully, you've got the total number right here. So you know this is 3 here. You know this is 3. You know this is 5 here. You know these two are congruent. So you add all these 3 together, these 4 together, and you come up with 16 centimeters. That was easy to do. This should be a breeze for most of you, for all of you. Okay. 11, same thing. You have your 3 measurements right there. They're all congruent. 1 inch. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. Here is a multi-step. Pete glues a rope around his rectangular rodeo sign. His sign has side lengths of 2 feet and 3 feet. The rope costs 4 feet, $4 for each foot. How much does Pete pay? Okay, so then you've got these. Okay, get the perimeter first. Okay, so if you get your perimeter first, rectangular rodeo sign. One is 2 feet. The other is 3. 3 plus 3 is 5. Plus 5 is 10. So, and you multiply it by how much each foot costs, so your answer should be 40. Okay. So you're just getting the perimeter. Again, you're using this. It tells you what shape they have there. That was a key there. Alright, we're going to take a look at the rest. Oh, let's finish this one. Austin's class is making a poster for Earth Day. What is the perimeter of the poster? Here's the poster here. You have the missing number here, but you know they're congruent. So 18 plus 12 gives you 30. Now let's take a look at your... Okay, these are the correct measurements. If you use the centimeter ruler to find the perimeter, you should have gotten 4 here, 3 here, 4 centimeters here, 5. Take a look at how you did with your measurements. These are accurate. So 16 for number 1 and 14 for number 2. Okay. And if you had different measurements here, make sure that you didn't use the... If they're lower here, okay, make sure you didn't use the inches section on your ruler. Okay, again, we're finding perimeter. Okay, here's perimeter A, here's B. These are the questions. Which quadrilateral has a perimeter of 28 inches? So you would add these, get your total, and it'd be A. How much greater is the perimeter of quadrilateral A than perimeter of quadrilateral B? So you get your perimeter here, and you subtract that from this one, and it's 5 inches. The last page. Okay. And again, here we have the rest. Here's a building a fence and a triangle. Each side of the fence is the same length. If the perimeter is 36, so you know you have 3. Okay, so you divide 36 divided by 3, and your answer is 12. You know your triangle has congruent sides right there, and it tells you because it tells you that's the same length. Number 6, Anton puts rail around his patio. The patio is in the shape of a rectangle. There's your key right there with side lengths of 7 feet and 9 feet. What is the perimeter? So one side is 7 and the other two, it's congruent to the other side. So that's 14 plus 18, and that gives you 32 feet. And again, you're using this one right here. So you know these two sides are congruent. So this will be 6 here. This will be 3 here. So you have 6, 12 plus 6, and that gives you 18. Multi-step. Okay, Iris sews a border around the blanket. The blanket has the side lengths of 4 that are 4 feet and 6 feet. The border material costs $2 per foot. So 4 feet, that's times 2 is 8. 6 feet times 2 is 12. Okay, you add those two together and draw your shapes. 6 feet, 6 feet, 4 feet, 4 feet. This is 8 plus 12 gives you what? 20. And then it costs $2, and you multiply that by 2. That gives you the answer 40. An artist paints 2 pictures. Each picture has side lengths of 2 feet and 4 feet. Framing costs $3 per foot. So you got do your 2. Okay, you don't have to do 2. You got 2 feet, 2 feet, 4 feet, 4 feet. Add these 2 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. But that's only 1. And you multiply 12 times 2 because you have 2 picture frames. So that's 24. Then you multiply 24 by the number, the cost of each foot. And that gives you 72. Well, thank you for listening. Thank you for being attentive. Today you only have this quiz to take on Think Central after you review this assignment. So make sure you understand it completely. This is an easy one for you. I know you're going to be successful. Take your online quiz after you finish reviewing this. You only have the quiz to do today and an IXL grammar activity. So there's only 2 activities to do today. So you shouldn't be too overwhelmed on the amount of work that you've been doing, because your work has been reduced drastically for this week. Okay, that's to alleviate any stress or nervousness or anxiety that you're experiencing right now, the things that are occurring right now. We know everyone's busy. We know parents are at home working. We know children are at home. There's multiple children in some households, and there's issues with uploading documents. There's nothing to upload anymore. You're not going to have to upload any single documents to me. Every document that's going to be graded in the recorded in the grade book is done online. Workbook pages that you do not have to be scanned and sent to me any longer. Okay, I'm going to understand and visualize and know if you did it or not by looking at the quiz grade that you took. Okay, well, thank you for listening. And this is Mr. Lopez signing off. Till next time, you all have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. I hope to see all of you in the near future. And I miss all of you. And I hope to see and hear from you soon. So good luck. And we will talk to you tomorrow.